Hi, welcome to my channel. This video is about GCSE psychology, especially Edexcel. I did Edexcel GCSE psychology and I found it so difficult to find videos helping me how to revise. If this is what you see and like, make sure to comment if you want me to actually make topic videos. I feel like I'm a decent teacher when it comes to things like that. I do A-level psychology now and I got a grade 8 at GCSE. I think I was like 1 mark off now, which I am still furious about, but you know, we get there, we get there. So in this video I'll be explaining what you need to do between now and May, June to get the high grades, to get the A stars. The first thing I'm going to tell you about, right, is your studies are so important for Edexcel GCSE psychology. And when I say important, don't underestimate the amount of importance these studies have. So what my teacher made me is a studies booklet. A booklet with all, I think, 12 studies or 14 studies, or however many it is you need to know. Because it's 2 per subject, per topic even. So every single study we need to know, from Cifre to Piaget, you know, all the studies in one booklet. And what we did was we went through them and we highlighted things we could be asked about, which for Edexcel psychology is practically everything. So I'm talking how many participants, what year, you know, how many people signed up to do Zimbardo. This sort of stuff is so important. If you can know these pretty much off by heart, you'll sound for majority of the questions. And if you understand the studies, it gives you better evaluation for the theories. Say, evaluate the theory of conformity to social roles. You immediately know, I can use Zimbardo as evidence. I know what, I can write a hefty fat paragraph about Zimbardo, and I can use loads of AU3, you know, I can talk about grades, you know, generalizability, and then what you can do as a counter argument, which would high up the marks, is go, Zimbardo had an all-male sample which limits generalizability because of gender bias. You can then go, women may not conform to social roles the same way that men do. That's a great counter-argument, and it may not get you marks, but it may get the examiner thinking, this is a high-level response. I don't know whether to put them between 3 or 4 marks. I'll give them 4 because of that counter-argument. It just gives you that bit of an edge above other people, especially with the essay, right? It's what, 12 marks, 12 marker. You want to have a valuation that has counter arguments, not because you need them, but because you want to stand out. If you're looking for an 8 or a 9, you're wanting the examiner to be impressed. Because imagine an examiner, after teaching the whole day, got back, had to put the kids to bed, so now with a cup of tea, they're tired, and then marking exam papers. They see the same essay again and again and again. You want to stand out. You want to put counter arguments in. You want to bring in some off the spec knowledge. Say if there's a counter argument that includes a study that you've not been taught in class, but you've seen on a website or something, use it. It's not going to hinder you. Even if you get it wrong, they'll sort of ignore it. You're not negatively marked. You're positively marked at GCSE. So that means you can't be marks can't be taken away for incorrect things. Marks can only be added for good things. So make the use of that. This is really important when it comes to psychology, because there's so many studies that are used to counter or support. If you just drop names, name drop, you know, like a celebrity name drops, oh, I've got Elton John on my phone. You name drop all of these studies. You've got the high marks, you've got the 11s and 12s. What's especially important is that you listen to your teacher about something that I call high yield questions. So these high yield questions, right, this is what you want to ask your teacher for, high yield questions. These are questions come up practically every year or every 2 years. These are questions where you can memorise the mark scheme off by heart, right? Don't look for the right chair. I've done other videos on biology, explaining look for the right chair. But you want these high yield questions because, say, you're meant to take a minute and a half per mark for time wise. If you've got a 4 marker and it's a high yield question, if you just write in a minute because you know it off by heart, you've then got like 2 minutes to spend on meteor questions, maybe an application question. You want to really annotate the STEM. You can do that because you saved time, right? Time is the most precious thing. You want to save it when you can. So just save it when it comes to things like high yield questions. Save the time. You know, you want to get to a point where you're saving so much time it's adding up. So maybe for an essay, you can write another evaluation or another AO1 paragraph. Talking about assessment objectives, the mark schemes are basically a scaffold for the perfect answer. So mark schemes and examiner reports, things that you want to read, these are things that you want to know like that, right? These are things that, you know, if you know the mark schemes, you're practically guaranteed to get an 8 or a 9, because these are things that you know the exam would want. And especially with Edexcel, it's really hard to find really good meaty help. Psych Boost does like other GCSE specs and A-level. If you want the higher grade knowledge, you can always check them out. There's not much difference between GCSE and A-level when it comes to knowledge, so just watch those videos. And obviously if you want me to, put it down in the comments and stuff. I will create more in-depth videos about GCSE psychology, about like topics and stuff, but just make sure to let me know. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, you know, all that cringy YouTuber stuff. Thank you.